Good morning, guys. Good morning. And I want to welcome you to Sing with Me. I'm Shonda, and I inspire nations to grow. And for those of you who always seem to turn it on, because you know I absolutely love you. And for those of you who may be new to the channel, I want to welcome you to the Sing Life community today because we are a group of creators and we do believe in the law of attraction, some namaste all the way, inspiration, motivation, spirituality, and yes, God. And we learn lessons here and we only reflect the good. So I want to welcome you today and I want to welcome everyone to Motivation Mondays. Well, listen, guys, I hope your weekend was extremely great. I've got some kind of little cold going on, so I do apologize up front if my voice is a little raspy, more raspy than usual, because it's raspy anyway. Well, I want to jump on in and I want to talk to you guys about how poor self talk is stunning your growth and how to replace that with positive self talk. When something is stunt, when you stunt something, it stops growing, it stops developing, and it never reaches its full potential. And we have things buried so deep within our subconscious mind that we don't realize it. Because most people will say, well, I love myself, I do this and I do that. But what do you really do when you're alone? What are the thoughts that you have? How hard are you really on yourself? When you don't do something, are you critical? Are you the first to criticize yourself and say, darn, I did this today. I came up short yesterday, and I felt really lousy about it. But, I don't know. I can't seem to get ahead of myself. Or when you're frustrated and you stub your toe is the first word out of your mouth a bad word, a bad word. Do you giggle about it, or do you really feel that thing to where you're like, this is who I am? Or when you have an experience in your life that didn't work out the way that it should have worked out, do you beat yourself up for it? Or even for the smallest things that you do that are great, do you always find something that you didn't do? Well, I did this, but I didn't do that. These are all examples of how the subconscious mind works and how we're so critical of ourselves and it's buried so deep within ourselves. And for whatever reason, we don't understand how to break this hand grip of poor self talk and just stunning our growth. How do we break the hand grip of this negativity out of the subconscious mind? Well, the first thing I want you to do is just slow your thoughts down just a little bit. And I want you to wake up every day and give yourself credit for one good thing that you did. I don't care how small it may be. Give yourself credit for something. The second thing that I want you to do is I want you to start to think of a life mission statement for yourself. Because the mind works when it has something in front of it to kind of focus on. When it has something to focus on, things begin to change for you. And I remember, I'm a mortgage analyst. And so I remember saying, I want to get X amount, of deals by this day. But inside of myself, I didn't really feel like I could do it. And I didn't. And as I began to take my just logical mind out of it and say, you know what, I'm just going to do what's expected of me. I'm going to put X amount in here and I'm going to just do what I do. And I looked up, and within 45 days, I had an abundant flow within my whole pipeline at work. And I remember, I did 1.2 million. And I was like, everybody was like celebrating. I'm like, well, why are they celebrating? Because it was not 1.5. Then I did 1.5, and I'm like, well, everybody's celebrating, but why are they celebrating? I didn't do 1.8. And then I did 1.8, and I'm like, why are they celebrating? I didn't do 2 million. Do you get what I'm saying? I kind of went down into a rabbit hole when I should have been grateful for doing $1 million, period. I should have been grateful for that. I couldn't even enjoy my moment because my mind was set up with such a high expectation, and it's nothing wrong with that, but it began to be a toxic situation for me. And so what I had to do was just slow my mind down and say, Shonda, listen, that's a great job that you did. And even if you didn't do $1 million, you gave it your best. And really be okay with doing your best, whatever your best is. And when we can stop comparing ourselves to what our neighbor is doing and really just get caught up with what we have going on and how we can change ourselves, we will begin to shift that negativity into a positive self-talk. So I want you to really get acquainted with yourself and really get acquainted with the thoughts that you have floating out there. You know, Dr. Wayne Dyer says that when you squeeze an orange, you get orange juice out of it. And my question is, when you're under pressure and if I squeeze you, what is the talk that you have buried deep inside of your heart, in your subconscious mind? Think about it. And I want you to come up with a mission statement. You know, you have to get something like out in front of you that you can physically see, whether you write it down on a sticky note and you stick it on your dashboard, stick it on your mirror, stick it on your refrigerator. I want you to come up with a mission statement for your life. Fortune 500 companies that are very successful, they have a mission statement, which is like a company motto that everyone must comply with, so that when you have this experience, you'll say, oh, that's their experience. Like, you know, it's places selling coffee for 99 cents, but it's something about that Starbucks cup of coffee. Look at their company mission statement. They stand by that. They train their employees to stand by that. And I want you to start thinking about yourself as a corporation, because you are a corporation of yourself. And I want you to come up with a great mission statement for your life and what you're into, whatever it is that you do. If it's beauty, if it's health, if it's, you know, I don't know, writing books, or you starting your business, being a great student, whatever it is, or just getting to know you. I want you to come up with a mission statement. I want you to write it down, and I want you to put it in places that you know that you're going to see it, on your desk, on your mirror, on your refrigerator, on your desk at work. And every time you feel down about your life, I want you to read that statement. Because when you stunt your growth, you hold yourself up. And we stunt it with our tongue. So I want to leave a mission statement that I came across for myself. And I live by this. And I was like, yeah, that's totally me. And so I want to leave it with you guys today. And it reads, once you understand the powers of your subconscious mind, you have within your grasp a roadmap to the royal road to riches of all kinds, spiritual, mental, and financial. Anyone who has taken the trouble to learn the laws of the mind believes and knows definitely that she will never want, regardless of economic crisis, stock market fluctuations, recessions, strikes, galloping inflation, or even war. She will always be amply supplied. And so that is a motto that I have on my desk and everywhere that I can see it, because I am always amply supplied. So as you go about your day to day, I want you to think of your life mission statement. And I want you to post that all over this place. And when the negative self-talk comes up in your mind, I want you to read that. And I just want to give a shout out to my girl circle, my sister circle, my best friends I left out last week. Chantel, I love you. Stacy, Kenyatta, Raquel, Tammy, I love you too. And you already know. But I want you all to write this statement out, stick it up, and then drop in the comments after a week what that did to your inner dialogue. I love you. Like, share, subscribe. Until next video, peace. Bye now.